Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut. It's your boy, the Black Patriot, once again bringing you the dopest wrestling content on the net because wrestling is my number one priority and wrestling is my number one passion. And at this point, this is a video that I did not want to do. I don't take any pleasure in doing these kind of videos, but it is what it is. And at this point, the world must know. If you have not noticed, Raw is doing record numbers of low viewership. Raw is tanking and SmackDown has dropped below 1 million for the first time in its over 2 decades history. And the problem is the shows are just bad. And not just like, oh, I didn't like this part or this segment was not good. From top to bottom, opening to closing, jobbers everywhere. These shows are just horrible. There's almost nothing that you can take from them. There's almost nothing platable, nothing digestible about it. It is getting to the point where it's disgusting. And the only place that blame can be left is on Triple H. Yes, Cody Rhodes is one of the most terrible WWE champions of all time, and I like Cody. I'll take nothing from Cody's work ethic, the kind of wrestler he is, because in my opinion, he is good in the ring, he's good on the mic, he looks the part. It's just his booking is bad. You have him come out, he cut lackluster promos. He's not even dressed to wrestle. He barely wrestles. And what are we going to do with that? He comes out, cuts a bad promo, and doesn't wrestle. And then you don't see him for the rest of the show. So I can't blame Cody fully. Matter of fact, I'm not going to fully blame any professional wrestler signed to WWE. It is not their fault. It is creative. It is booking, it is Triple H, it is Lee Fittins, it is anybody that has anything to do with producing these shows, okay? The content is terrible. The content is bad. This is not good. This is nothing anybody wants to watch. By God, there is no stars. There are no stars. Outside of Roman Reigns, name me the last guy that is a mega star, that transcends the industry, that is on the level of a Hulk Hogan, that is on the level of a Bruno Sammartino, who is on the level of a Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, who is on the level of a Austin and The Rock, who is on the level of a John Cena. There is nobody in this company that is even on the level of Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns does not compare to John Cena, whereas John Cena does not compare to Stone Cold Steve Austin. There is no guy. There's nobody to tune into. There's nobody that's making these shows must-see TV. People are holding championships just to hold them. Look at Tiffany Stratton. Over 300 days as WWE Women's Champion. And what did we get from Tiffany? With no good matches, no good storylines. She could barely cut a promo. And I am a Tiffany Stratton fan. I think she has an awesome look. She has great charisma. She's decent in the ring. She's negligible on the mic. That's the spot she need to work on, but we could get past that with her popularity if she was booked in proper storylines, if she was given something to work with. But she gets nothing from creative. She gets nothing from Triple H. This is stuff that nobody wants to see. Let me reiterate, nobody wants to watch these shows, and it is proven by the fact that the viewerships and the ratings are tanking. People are turning away in Droves. And still touching on the topic of women, the most over woman in WWE is Rhea Ripley, and we never see Rhea Ripley wrestle. Think about how often Rhea Ripley actually wrestles on TV. Think about this. If she isn't chasing a title in a title match, she really doesn't do anything. Every now and then she'll show up and she might attack somebody and declare that she's going to challenge for a title. But she never really does nothing. When she is on the show, she doesn't wrestle. What does that say? Again, it says that she has nothing to do because she's getting nothing from creative. I've been doing YouTube videos for a while now, and I've been watching other content creators. And when people tell you that it's bad, you're just hating. Go watch AEW then. Don't watch the product if you don't like it. No, that is a bad way to think. I don't want to give up on the product. We need to hold WWE and take them to task so they will give us a better product. Because as it stands right now, currently, nothing they're putting out is worth watching. It's a waste of time. I can find better things to do with my Monday night than to turn on a 3-hour Raw and watch it. Because there is nothing on these shows I want to see. I am a CM Punk fan. I've been a CM Punk fan ever since he first stepped foot in WWE and before when he was in Ring of Honor. I've known about Punk for years. But right now, a guy in his mid-40s who can barely still get it done in the ring is not the person who should have the World Heavyweight title. Am I glad CM Punk is the champion? Of course, because there is nobody left. Do I want to see Gunther with the belt again? No. His reign was terrible. He did nothing with it. I do not want to see that again. Do I want to see Jey Uso with the title again? No. His reign was terrible. Nobody liked it. Nobody wants to see it. So the best guy is CM Punk, who is essentially a part-timer, a guy that will not be in the company 5 years from now, 3 years from now. Let's be very clear. CM Punk is not going to be wrestling when he's 50. Come on now. So there are no new stars built up. There's nobody after Roman to take the reins, no pun intended, and carry the company and move them forward. And this is all because of Triple H and his weird mindset that they don't want a megastar. Because they had the opportunity to build anybody. Let's just get it. Anybody can become that star, that guy. All you got to do is listen to engage crowd reaction and push the guy that the people are calling for. And right now, that is L.A. Knight. But he gets absolutely nothing from creative. They would rather put the belt on Damian Priest or Gunther than to push L.A. Knight. So at this point, somebody backstage, possibly Triple H, has something of L.A. Knight because they are sabotaging this man to the detriment of their own product. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Other content creators don't know what they're talking about. We're just hating. We're not wrestlers, so we can't comment on. Like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Every fan of every other industry can voice their opinion. Do I need to be an NFL football player to know that my team sucks or to know that my team is good? Do I need to be actually actor to tell when I'm watching a bad movie? So why is it that if I've never stepped foot in a ring, I can't say anything about the product? No. I've been a fan of pro wrestling since the 80s. So over 40 years. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I've seen. I lived through each era of WWE Golden Era, the Attitude Era, Cena's era, post-Cena, the Roman reign. Like, I've seen WWE over the years. This is by far the worst I've ever seen. This is the worst this company has ever been. This is the worst. This company is worse than WCW in WCW's dying days. Go back, check yourself. WCW 2000, 2001s were getting better ratings than WWE is now, and WCW went out of business. So that should tell you everything you need to know about the current state of professional wrestling, the current state of wrestling in general. And the sad truth is nobody cares about it, aside from die-hard wrestling fans. 2000, 2001, 1999, WCW was having better ratings than WWE is getting now, and WCW went out of business. That should tell you everything you need to know about the current product. It is worse than the dying days of WCW. And I'm not saying, I've said this before in other videos, I'm not saying WWE is going to go anywhere. I don't think, I've heard other people say it's going out of business. I do not think the company is going out of business, but I think it's spiraling. I think it's circling the drain. And instead of a company going out of business because it's a global media juggernaut, WWE is getting money from several different ways. I don't think it's going to go out of business. I think it's going to always be here, but I think it's going to get worse and worse and worse. The product is going to be bad, terrible, unwatchable, and it shouldn't be. Only thing WWE needs to do is to right the boat, is to get a group of writers in their creative team to actually care about the product. Get some guys that used to be wrestlers, get them in on this. Like, at this point, you cannot sit up here and say WWE is better than AEW. I think they're equally bad, and as far as wrestling and entertainment, AEW is actually a more fun show to watch. You can know the stories. What story? What storyline has been engaging in WWE? What storyline got you saying this is must-see TV? I have to tune in every week so I can't miss it. The biggest storyline they have is John Cena's heel turn retirement tour, and it was bad. They turned Cena heel out of desperation, and it was bad. I predicted it. Other content creators predicted it. WrestleMania of 2025 was the worst WrestleMania of all time. And nothing about WWE post-Mania has convinced me that this Mania season, which we are heading into, is shaping up to be something interesting. What happened to AJ Lee? Where is she? She came back. Everybody was like, oh, great. She came back and then just disappeared after the mixed tag match. Why does Drew McIntyre lose every single championship match he's involved in? Why are they continuing to bury Drew? Why would they never give LA Knight any form of platform? This is getting out of hand. The shows are egregious. They're unwatchable. They're bad. They're terrible. They're simply not something that a fan of professional wrestling wants to watch. I would urge you to go watch AEW, watch New Japan, watch Indie, because right now, WWE is unwatchable. I don't remember the last time I've watched a full episode of Raw or SmackDown, and WWE is my main source of content, but I haven't put any content out because their content is unwatchable. I'm moving on. I'm doing other stuff, because otherwise every video I put out is going to be Raw was terrible. This PLE was terrible. SmackDown was trash. And I don't want to keep making videos the same over and over again. This is bad. This is terrible. This is bad. This is terrible. But this is what we are getting in 2025. We are getting the absolute worst product that I have ever seen from WWE. Currently, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk are your world heavyweight champions. Cody Rhodes is one of the worst champions of all times, and it's not his fault. Punk should not be a world champion at this point in his career. Like, think about this. When it was the Attitude Era, Austin and The Rock, They didn't need stars from yesteryear to come in. They didn't need Hogan to keep coming back or Bret Hart to keep coming back. They were able to handle the company and carry the ball and be entertaining and have a great product. Now, 2025, you mean to tell me the same guy that was champion in 2013 and 2010 is 2025, and that guy is the world heavyweight champion? That's because you do not have any stars. You nerfed Roman Reigns, and you only created one star. And the whole time Roman Reigns was the champion, he steamrolled the roster and squashed everybody. And I knew it was going to be bad. If I would have had a YouTube channel back then, I would have been making videos about how Roman Reigns is squashing the roster to the detriment of the company. Now, like I said, there's no stars. You took 4 or 5 years building up only one person, and now that everything that's built up is going to eventually come to a decline, now that Roman Reigns is no longer at the forefront, you see what you get. There is nobody that even looks remotely comparable. Kevin Owens? Sami Zayn? Are you kidding me? Gunther? Damian Priest? Like, get the heck out of here. Roman is the last star, and they're not even using him. If anything, I would have put the belt on Roman Reigns instead of CM Punk. This is the worst time to be a WWE fan. And I'm not going to say it's a bad time to be a wrestling fan in general, because I like what's going on in NXT. I tuned into AEW to see great wrestling matches. There's the Indies, there's New Japan. I would say there's Mexico, but WWE is there, and they're jobbing every single title in AAA out. Like, Dominic Mysterio is the world champion. Like, come on, man. He is in the midst of the worst Intercontinental title reign of all times. A belt that he hardly defends. And when he defends, he only defends against Rusev and Penta. And throwaway matches that nobody care about. You have a 4 or 5 match format PLEs that nobody care about. Which PLE was good this year? This stuff is terrible. This stuff is trash. And to come into the end of the video, I urge you as fans and consumers to stop blindly supporting a company just because you've always watched it. If it was good, the viewership wouldn't be tanking and the attendance wouldn't be tanking. The only reason WWE is not going to change because everything is status quo to them. If you're going to still buy tickets, if you're going to still buy merch, if you're going to still pay for these monthly subscriptions, then they're not going to change nothing. The way you protest a global conglomerate is to hit them in the only thing they care about, that pocket, that bank. If the shows are bad, do not watch them. If the tickets are overpriced and the shows are bad, do not attend these shows. Do not subscribe for these PLEs. And then they will correct costs. They'll be like, oh my God, we're losing viewership. We're not selling out these shows. Maybe we need to do something different. But as long as you blindly consume, you're going to get the terrible product that you're getting now. Again, I don't think WWE is going anywhere. I just think your viewing experience is going to continue to decline and get worse and worse and worse. Ilya Dragunov is the United States champion. Get the heck out of here, man. Again, I'm the Black Patriot. This has been Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut. Remember, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our main page, Cut My Music Wrestling. I'm the Black Patriot. I'll be here. I will always be here. Peace out and stay safe.